Before we start, this is a shadowing practice. You will hear a short part of the story. Listen first, then repeat the sentence out loud, following the rhythm and the pauses. You don't need to be perfect. Just stay close to the sound. Are you ready? Here we go. Repeat after me.
The bus stop was quiet that night. Streetlights were already on, spreading a soft yellow glow across the empty road. I stood there alone, holding my bag, listening to the city slowly falling asleep. Cars passed once in a while, but not many. I checked the bus schedule again. This was the last bus. If I missed it, I would have to walk home. Normally, I wouldn't mind, but tonight felt heavier, like the night wanted me to stay and wait a little longer. After a few minutes, I noticed someone else walking toward the bus stop. A girl stopped near the sign and looked at her phone. She glanced at the road, then back at the screen. She looked unsure, like she was not completely certain she was in the right place. I stayed silent. At night, silence often feels more safer than talking. The city around us felt paused, as if we were the only two people still awake. After a few minutes, the girl asked, "Is this the last bus for Riverside route?" Her voice was careful, not loud. I looked at the schedule and answered, "Yes, I think so. It's the last bus for that route. It should come around 11. She nodded slowly. After a short pause, she said, "I hope it's not too late." There was a small worry in her voice. I didn't know how to comfort her, so I simply nodded back. We waited together, but not too close. The road stayed empty. Time felt slow, stretching between each passing sound. I wondered where she was going so late at night. She looked tired, like someone who had walked too far without knowing the direction. I remembered nights when I felt the same. Waiting, unsure, hoping something would arrive soon. After a moment, I asked, "Are you going far?" She hesitated before answering. Then she said, "Actually, yes, I think I am lost." She smiled a little, but her eyes didn't. I said, "It happens. The city feels different at night." She laughed softly, like she felt relieved that someone understood her feeling. We started talking about small things. where she was coming from, why I stayed out so late. Nothing important, but it made the waiting easier. The silence between us no longer felt heavy. Talking turned the waiting into something softer, something shared. "11 came, but the bus did not. The road stayed empty. The girl checked the time and sighed. I said, "Sometimes it's late, just a few more minutes." She nodded, trusting my words more than the empty street in front of us. Finally, we heard it, a low engine sound from far away. Two lights appeared at the end of the road. The bus was coming. The girl smiled, this time without hesitation. I felt relieved too, even though I was not the one who was lost. When the bus stopped, the girl said, "Thank you for waiting with me." I smiled and said, "Take care." She got on the bus and waved once before the door closed. The engine started again, and the bus slowly disappeared into the night. After the bus left, the road became quiet again. I sat down on the bench and checked the time on my phone. There was still another bus coming for my route. I adjusted my bag and looked down the empty street. The night felt cool, but not uncomfortable. I waited there, listening to the sound of the city until my bus finally arrived.
That's the end of today's shadowing practice. You can replay this part and repeat it a few times until it feels natural. If this kind of English practice feels helpful for you, you can subscribe to this channel for more shadowing episodes.